notice how everyone just kind of like sells the same thing over and over again? Well, don't get discouraged if you're someone who already has a brand or business or someone who is thinking about starting a company. Look at your own buying habits. Why do you buy one camera bag over another? Whether it's a protein powder, lipstick, or even a hat, there are so many factors influencing you in your purchase decision. Today, let's talk about one of the most effective strategies in branding a product or service, and that's the personal brand. What's more unique than you? Because chances are your product falls into an already existing product category. You're not reinventing the wheel, so how do you differentiate yourself? You can argue high and low that your product is superior, but let's face it, being cool sells, likability sells, and relationships sell. Enter the revolutionary idea of the personal brand. Now, what is a personal brand? In the shortest definition possible, it's a brand about you, a person. Now, why are personal brands so important, powerful, and effective? Well, those are the bigger questions that we're going to unpack right now. People who just know your business know what you sell. So as a business owner, founder, and CEO, you are the face and the backbone of your business. So you are the who, what, when, where, and why to your brand. Now, as the person behind the business, I can establish my authority in the industry and straight up just be an interesting person to follow. So through this nurturing on social media, people who know this person, or me for example, behind the business will develop trust in the brand. They'll observe the coolness and likability of this person and ultimately feel like they have a close relationship with you and therefore the brand. Now, this will result in you growing a stronger tribe of supporters that will in turn end up making you more money. So why exactly are personal brands so powerful and effective? In the modern age of social media, people just don't connect with brands and companies online. They connect with other real people. It's just human nature. And that being said, having your business online and across all social media platforms is extremely important for exposure, leads, and conversions, but it's not what will get people emotionally invested in the brand. Now, having an Instagram page for your business is the modern day equivalent of having your business in a phone book, for example. It's literally just so that you have a place for people to find you and you exist there. But like I said, how can you connect with a brand over just an ad in a phone book? Well, you can't. The personal brand bridges that gap. Let's lay it out visually for you. On one end, you have the consumer, and that's this bubble over here. On the other end, you have your brand, which is this bubble off to the right. Now, in the middle here, that's where your personal brand lives. It's what bridges the gap between your brand and the consumer. But it's not as easy as just having a personal page on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and then just posting whatever you want. It's about exemplifying and amplifying the lifestyle that your brand represents. So you have to understand what brand archetype you are and what you represent. It's strategic. So how do you do that? Well, let's just dive right into it. So developing your personal brand is very much like developing the identity for your product or service-based brand in the first place. First, you want to figure out what interests, hobbies, or passions you want to showcase on your socials. And most likely, this will be in line with what your brand offers, or will be complementary in some way. One example is Hyla, and she's one of the founders of the successful swimwear brand 437. So Hyla's personal brand is all about travel, living a luxe lifestyle, and being confident in her own skin. Now, all of these things are super complementary to what 437 swimwear already stands for. So she's literally a walking, living, breathing ad for her own brand. Now, another example is Iz and Johnny Harris, who are friends of mine, and they created Bright Trip. Iz and Johnny are both travel journalists who have a large following across all of their major social media platforms. They're also the founders of Bright Trip, which is an online platform of courses all about travel. So their personal brands are about travel, their company is about travel, so you kind of see where I'm going with this. Both of these are examples of how a personal brand can help to strengthen trust and integrity with the actual brand. Second, you want to ensure that the visual experience of your personal brand is consistent with that of your company. So you want your personal brand content to feel the same way and look the same way as your brand's content feels and looks. So this can be through your editing style, your shooting style, the camera you use to take the photos, the composition, the subject matter, etc. So this will help your audience connect you, the personal brand, to your actual brand, and that's the bridge the association between the two. Third, you can offer free content that gives your customer or potential customer value. This is what will get them hooked and drawn into your overall atmosphere. This can come in many different forms. So someone like Hyla might make TikToks on like valuable business branding advice from her experience as a founder. Someone like me, Lizzie Peirce, offers a free bundle of digital products that are actually helpful to all sorts of creative entrepreneurs. Yes, this is a real thing. And if you want to download that free bundle, check out the link in my description. Now, what does this free value-giving value product look like? Like me, you could post YouTube videos, tutorials, make IG posts that inspire others. You might share some insights into your career so that others can learn from it. You could make some free presets. You could make some other free anything. Now, all of this is valuable information and all of it would then be free. Now, this free info or free products are what build my authority as a business owner and creative and provide trust in my products. Now, once you've developed their trust, you can monetize your personal brand and or deploy your paid content or products. So let's talk about some of the ways personal brands make you and your business money. The most obvious way, and the way that I've already touched on in this video, is to simply lead your customers to an already existing product or service website and then generate leads or sales from there. Now, this is great for traditional business models as your personal brand then acts as a gateway to your actual product or service or brand. Now, another way, like me, is to sell digital products. So these are products that people can, of course, after paying for them, download them and use for their own careers, projects, whatever they would like. So the key to a good digital product is one that actually gives the customers value and ideally would make them money. Now, a product that your consumer can easily replicate is not that useful and thus invaluable. Think of the knowledge and skill sets that you have that are a competitive advantage over everyone else in your niche. So maybe it's a certain way you edit your photos, so maybe you sell presets. Maybe it's your graphic design skills, so you sell backgrounds for computers and phones. Whatever it is, it has to be value driven. The third way you can make money as a personal brand is, of course, to do sponsorships with other brands. So this is where you, the personal brand, get paid money to create content that usually includes another brand's product or service. Now, this can be a huge money-making avenue, but be careful not to do too many or ones that don't organically align with your brand. Otherwise, your page will start to look like one big, messy, disingenuous ad. Now, make sure you're still providing that authentic, genuine value, even in your sponsored content. Now, the last and most important way that I want to discuss much more in depth is the idea of a one-time purchase or subscription-based course. Typically, these are a video-on-demand business model. So this is something that I personally have yet to implement, but I am working on, but is the biggest thing for businesses of all sizes. Now, although products are a great quick win to make some income, the real value is in what you can teach. People want you and the years of experience, insight, and information that you provide because that's unique to you. Remember, that's why you have this brand. They want you. Through a course, you're able to deliver exactly that. Now, digital subscriptions first really took off with the film industry. We had Netflix, which kind of paved the way for all of the others to follow. And then it transcended down into TV, where you were able to subscribe for certain types of content like sports, specific networks, etc. Now we see it blossoming into the entrepreneur area. A course or a subscription-based model is valuable because it kind of unlocks a new level of content that is perceived as more exclusive and advanced and personalized. Now, this is geared towards your most dedicated audience looking for more beyond what you already provide for free. Research has found that subscription-based platforms are actually over 200% more effective than one-time payment models. Conveniently, the sponsor of today's video is Uscreen, which is a leading video on-demand service provider that helps entrepreneurs like you monetize and grow your business. So imagine this. You have a personal brand all about cooking, for example. And over the past couple of years, you've posted hundreds of recipes, tutorials, and tips on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and you've built like a decent-sized following because of all the free value that you're providing. So this is great, but both the fans and you want more. So what if your fans could pay a monthly or yearly fee to access more content that was much more in-depth, much more detailed, and provided much more value over the free content that you already produce? So you could have a weekly cooking tutorial that goes really in-depth into like a certain technique or ingredient. You could maybe build a course on cooking fundamentals that customers could come back to and reference time and time and again. Or you could even host live events where maybe your fans cook with you at the same time. The possibilities are truly endless. And I can almost guarantee that no matter what industry your brand is in, a subscription-based video on-demand product can work for you. In my niche, photography and travel, there are a ton of options. So for example, I could produce more in-depth courses on the business behind starting a production company. I could make a series on how to travel in different parts of the world, or on a more consistent basis, I could maybe offer behind the scenes content from my shoots that you wouldn't otherwise see if you weren't a paid customer. For me, the really appealing thing about Uscreen is that they give you a beautiful site to host all of this content on. They process all the payments and they store all the videos right within their platform. So your customer experience is pretty seamless, effective, and beautiful. I mean, if you just look at some of these examples on the Uscreen site, you can really see how professional and legit these brands look. It truly does feel like I'm entering into a very premium level of content when I subscribe to a membership like this. The same way that you feel like you're getting access to something special by paying $15 a month to Netflix. Uscreen also gives you the ability to rent out videos and set up live events behind a paywall. Now, I could go on and on for hours about the science behind why this business model works, but I'll save that for another video. I'm just here to tell you that if you're not paying attention to this as a viable income stream, then you should be. Okay, enough. Just trust me, Uscreen is great, video on demand is great, and I truly believe that it's going to be a huge business model moving forward. There are a ton of other ways to monetize your personal brand, from ads on a blog to consulting to affiliate marketing, so maybe I should just make another video on that, but for now, I hope you learned the true impact and power that a personal brand can have on your existing business or just on your life as a creative entrepreneur. So with that, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you liked it, please like it down below, subscribe if you're not already, and hit the notification bell to get notified for all future videos. We talk about cameras and videos and pictures and business on this end of the YouTube, and I will see you in the next one. So sweaty.